Greetings to you, everyone. Greetings to you all. Now, tonight I want to debate, elaborate on what is power. What is really power? But before I go into this video, I just want to look and what is power from a dictionary perspective. Okay? So, here we go. Now, I'm going to read, all right. It said, power. Power. Power, prop, inf, be able. ML, petore, posso, posse, be able. I think it's in Latin. Ability to do or act, capability of doing or effecting something, often particular faculties of body or mind. Great or marked ability to do or act. Strength, comma, might, comma, or force, full stop and comma, political or national strength. As the balance of power in Europe, the possession of control or command over others, dominion, authority, ascendancy, influence, legal ability, capacity, delegate, authority, one who or that which possesses or exercise authority or influence, a state of nation having international authority or influence as the great powers of the world. A large number or amount, any mechanical energy or force available for application to work. The time rated at the energy or force. It's exerted or converted into work. The public obtained by multiplying quantity by itself one or more times as 4 is the second power or 2, an order of angels, an order of angels, magnificent capacity of the microscope or telescope to apply a means or source of power or energy. Now, everything around us and everyone have a certain ability, and they have the capability, and they have some power, some form of power in their hands, right? Now, I'm going to start with the police. The police in the United States, as we often watch them, you know, when they come on to doing their daily duty, they are out there to keep the peace and to see that everything can be in order symmetrically, you know, and you know, in good in a good way. Now you find out that now in America, in Jamaica, everybody have their tendency to abuse their power. All right. So they are there to represent the law. And when you are taking the citizenship test, okay, as you all know that you have to study, they give you a tape and you have to play it over and over again and you have to learn. They tell you they ask you the question and they tell you the answer, you have to learn. But everybody these days abuse the power, you know. So they are not representing the law, they are representing themselves. Because the power that over them, sometimes if you don't know the rules and regulation, or if you do not know the law, they abuse the power. Now, spiritual power, it is not good for one to abuse spiritual power. And sometimes in life, you know, things is not what it always seems to be. For instance, when I was younger, I was doing some work. You know, like when I was like 20 years old, right? Anyway, I was working on a job site, doing some work, and when I realized that, you know, I mean, we were all there eating lunch and talking, and there was a little guy, shorter than me like this. You know, and we were talking about boxing, and, you know, everybody started to, you know, want to, you know, to play and box with each other. And there was this little guy, and you know what? Anyway, we wanted to challenge each other, right? And then when I went out there, and we were all parring and, you know, going on in the whole thing, you know, I mean, I make a big mistake. I underestimate the little guy. And you know what? He smacked me right here. And when he smacked me right here, you know what? I fell right to the ground. And when I fell to the ground, all I see in the heavens was yellow. Everything was yellow. But you know what? I underestimated the power of the little guy. He wasn't big in stature, but let me tell you something. He packed a punch, and until this day, I have to give that guy great respect. Because as a bigger person, no, the problem now with the world today, with everything, you see what I'm saying? Everybody in the world is abusing their power. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times the judge abuse his or her power. The prosecution, the prosecutor, you know, by how he or she prosecutes somebody, abuse their power. You see what I'm saying? No. You know, this is really a good topic tonight. Trust me, a very wonderful topic. No. Everybody abuse their power. Yeah. And sometimes, you know, no wonder if sometimes, you know, if a man go away, or a woman go away, and them run off, and whether England or America or Canada, and they live with somebody, you see what I'm saying? Because he or she doesn't have a green card or the necessary documents to work. The other party abuse him. You see what I'm saying? Sexual harassment, a lot of things, and sometimes you just feel as if it's the end of the world. But listen to me. Easy squeeze makes no riot. All right. When anything or anyone is exercising power over you, sometimes all you gotta do is just shut up and humble yourself. Mama usually say, there are many ways to hang a dog without putting a rope around his neck. No, I'm saying this now, all right. No, listen to me now. Everybody these days abusing, you know. I mean, no. So, what is going on now? I mean, you're driving on the road and somebody bad drive you. You see what I'm saying? No, you can, and bad driving you, and you know what? The first thing I'm telling you, oh, your mama, you this, you that, ray. But you know what? Because in my mind, him say I'm a bad man. Him a bad man friend, gunman friend, or him can have access to rent gun. And you know what? Don't underestimate anybody. Do not underestimate nobody. You see what I'm saying? Just be vigilant. And if you have to defend yourself, you have to defend yourself. You see what I'm saying? But no, people, you know, they are doing you wrong and they want to beat you. And from the beginning, it was like this. No, many times I hear a situation that, you know, sometimes people get in trouble, police station, and poor the people them not have the money to give the lawyer 50,000 a day in Jamaica. 100,000 a visit. No, brothers and sisters, I want you to listen to me now. No, that is how the gods created us, to be smart. To be smart. You understand? No. If you are in trouble, no. Listen to me now. All right. We were in slavery 600 years. You understand? Because of the Europeans. You understand? The monetary industry. Greed. You understand? And the slavery that we are in, we cannot blame it on the European. Because, you know, Jamaica people have a saying, we say, never see. No. Because the gods, the Elohim and the Hellion, I'm not gonna emphasize too much on this, created Avatar, which is us, human beings, because they could not work. They could not bear the load. They were in power. Now there comes a time when they left the earth. And when they leave the earth, they still leave the descendants, the Anunnaki of the descendants, which their nature that was placed in us. No, they manipulate the people in power. They figure out a way by staying at the top of the pyramid in their mind with certain extent of degree. And when they think thoughts, those thoughts manifest in organized action. And when those thoughts manifest in organized action with the authority of power, you understand? You find out that no, there is nothing sometimes the poorer people can do. No. Eons, from eons to eons, time before time, time that predated time, until now, and until the end of the world, you're going to find different power manipulating different power. You see what I'm saying? No, Bob Marley have a saying for seeing a lot of people that small ox fall big tree. And I always say that big tree, small ox fall big tree, and big ox fall big tree. Now listen to me now. When it comes down to African spirituality, no, African spirituality is a form of poor people power. You see what I'm saying? No, we were in slavery 500 years. Capitalism and slavery, neo-colonialism. And many times, you know what help we? The power that the gods has given to our ancestors. You understand? Voodoo power, spiritual power. Now, a lot of people, you know, don't like to hear them word there. Voodoo, obia, witchcraft. People just don't want to understand. Now listen to me now, alright. A lot of people now is saying now, obia can't do me nothing. Well, this and that and blah blah blah. Ray. You know, and me have my gun. You know, me have my big gun. I shoot obia man. I mean, come on. I mean, be realistic, man. Be realistic. We are not in this thing to kill obia man. It's a form of illiteracy. You see what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. You have spiritual warfare. You have power. You have all different kind of waves going through here right now. Hundreds and thousands of waves above the house, everything. But you have to have the right transmitter. You understand? To transmit a specific wave that is coming through to and fro, electromagnetic waves, all different waves right across the world coming through. Now, the people of the Negroids, we naturally have the power. Sometimes when the Christians say, oh, Jesus! No, the power not in Jesus. Let me tell you something. The power is not in Jesus. The power is not. Let me tell you. Satan, nor gunman. Let me tell you something. And everybody, them name they really, you know, I mean, because, you know, He was just a person. Jesus was just a guy who tried to survive, who was fighting the Roman system, right? Lived, and he went to 3 mystery school. You see what I'm saying? He was a survivor. He was a system fighter. He was a person of melanin. You see what I'm saying? A Semitic person, you understand? In real time, at that time, you know, equivalent to the people of Ethiopia and Egypt and Palestine. A Semitic person, right? Now, believe kill, unbelieve cure. Believe kill, unbelieve cure. And many times, saying Jesus, it does not even really help situation, none at all. You see what I'm saying? Because in the name of Jesus, you understand, is a hypothesis of the church that they are power. Well, I am not trying to demonize their hypothesis or their belief. You see what I'm saying? If you want to use that name, well, it's up to you. But personally, I know that it takes more than the name of Jesus, you know, to reflect or turn things away. You see what I'm saying? It takes more than the name of Jesus. And why I'm saying this is that now, sometimes the real power, my friend, is not an imaginary belief. It's not what people pontificate in your egregore and in your psychology, and it becomes a rituals. That's not the real power. You see what I'm saying? No, this is why everybody, the Muslim, the Europeans, Plato, yeah, so I'm saying, Muhammad, all of these guys, the Roman Empire, when they went to Sais, because they know that the root of the power was in the spirituality, the whole 9 yard, that is why they killed the Egyptian priests to be initiated into the order. Now you have many different kinds of people in Egypt. Some of the people that, I mean, if you're a herder and looking after pigs, you could not work in the Lajal. You can't work with the priests. You see what I'm saying? You have the citizen, and you have different, you know, class. You know, not to compare people better, but with class according to different authority in the ancient world. But the person, the adept that usually work with the high priest in the Lajal, and the different people, the different class, you have the peasants and the middle class, that's what I mean, you know, and the upper class, these people, they practice magic, and they know it. It's in their blood. It's in their blood, boo. It's in their blood. It's in their blood. Peter Todd said, anywhere you come from, as long as you're a black man, you're an African. Well, me not agree with that 100%, but I still agree. You see what I'm saying? Because there were black people all over the world in the United States 10 to 13,000 years from the time of the flood before slavery. They were in Mu, the continent that was behind the United States, the continent that subside, that Hawaii is the mountainous area of Mu, because Mu sank beneath the earth. From Mu to South America, from America, and Atlantis was in the Atlantic Ocean. Negroids were all over the world. No, I'm not talking about Negrites, but I'm just saying, no, look now. Spirituality have such a power. Spirituality have so much power that everybody, every single one. No. And the seal of the United States dollar, right? We all know US money. And the pyramid. The pyramid on it is not really representing the pyramid in Egypt, because there are pyramids all over the world. Pyramid in Cuba, pyramid in America, pyramid in all of the European countries, pyramid in China. So I'm not going to say, well, I mean, this is the pyramid in Egypt. No. There are pyramids all over the world. And these guys know. They know the order that they are in. They know that, look here now, when you go to Egypt, you see what I'm saying? And this thing is, you call it the Tekem. This thing here. They took these things from Egypt and they carried all over the world. Because they are not dumb. They are not dumb. Why they would go to Kemet? Look into it now. Why a big country like the United States of America, France, England, they would go to Kemet. You understand? They would go to Ethiopia, because all of Africa, the name for all of the continent was Ethiopia. There was another period, they call it Sais. Before that, other people even still call it Alkibu land. Why? You think they were dumb? We think that they are dumb, but they are not dumb. They're smart. That is why these people, you understand me? They learned and master the techniques and the system of the 33-degree, and our ancestors who was the founder or who the Anunnaki give, you understand, that level of science to. I mean, them use it back, remix it, govern the world, everyone with that power, that techniques in every areas of life. The monetary industry, the weapon industry, the government all over the world, the parliament, everywhere, in Jamaica, everywhere. They use the 33-degree to manipulate the peasants. You see what I'm saying? The working class people. And we are in a matrix. Now, we must come to the realization. We must realize that, look here now. Even when we go place we vote in the United States of America, there comes a time, you see, you got to do you. Voting, we have a right to vote. But let me tell you something, it nah go better. It nah go better. The only way things is going to be better in this world for anyone, you got to think about you. It begins with you. Or if you are in a company or a family that you guys work together. United you stand. divided, there is a fall. Now, a coven is a group of which 15 which that works together. You see what I'm saying? Or more or less. They come together and they work together. They hold their hands, and these witches all over the world would call upon the powers of the moon. Now, the lodges come together in their ceremonial meeting and they work together. So what I'm saying? Different spiritual, the 69, the 71, the 72 in the past, because you know, find no 61 today and no 70 and 71 or 72. I mean, they all died out in Jamaica. That's what I'm saying. No, these are the Pocominian people, you know. They are the revival church. They work together. You see what I'm saying? But that is not to say that, look here, a single party or a single person cannot work together and there will be great manifestation from what you can do, you know, I mean, with the power of this African spirituality. You see what I'm saying? No. you know, sometimes, you know, honestly to God, you know, the reason, you know, me have to laugh. And, you know, the reason why I laugh, you know. All right, now, many times, you know, I get to realize certain things. Now, sometimes some people go to some man place and them thief them parts, thief them things. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, as going around, you know, I mean, time to time, from place to place, every time I, you know, come to Jamaica, you know, I have to drive around in a different district and, you know, talk to the different guys who usually work together, like doing mason work, and, you know, you just want to chill out and have a beer with one and two people at the time and, you know, sit down and talk about, you know, different happenings and different things that going on in St. Catherine here and so on. And, you know, you find out that I realized that many times bad man and gunman, they rob people. And when they rob people, you know, them do them thing, them hold you up, them shoot you, them rob you. And when them go down in the money bag or the money till, see, like when them go in the shop and them rob a man and them go down in the thing with the money there, you know, and take out the paper money, no for them left the silver. No for them left the silver. You know how them dead? You know how them dead? I'm going to tell you what killed them. Because the shop owner and people go back with a gloves or a plastic bag. Them put the silver into something, but them can't touch the silver the way you think the magician use and kill them. Are the money where them touch? Are the money where them touch? Yeah, the money where them touch. Now listen to me now, alright. A lot of times people come on your property and they walk and they steal your things and they do things. And I mean, the real magician just need to get a shovel and take up your footprint. A real adept just need. So I mean, them have the element of surprise, which is the gun. And they use it and kill and they run. But there is a silent power. There are secret powers. Now, there are many categories of power. Many kind of power. You have power, different class, and different level of power. Different level of power. All right, I'm going to give you a joke. It's a real story. I have this old man friend. I'm not call him name. And him said to me, say, look here, I have a friend. Somebody put a spell on him. Me don't know if he wrong or right. I mean, me never really go into that and ask him. And him said to me, say, look here now, we couldn't afford a science man at the time. Because, you know, let me tell you something. A lot of these science men, for some reason, they're abusing the power. Them abusing the power. A lot of them don't really help poor people. You see, we're living in a world now that everybody just want money, 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 and nobody cares about the poor. Well, you see what I'm saying? No, in ancient Egypt, the Egyptian priests, when they work in the temple, when they go home, a lot of them still do spiritual work, private work, different from working in the temple. They need to survive. They need to eat. Now, this is where everything comes from now. And it, you know, I mean, going in the Bible, say, look, you know, a pastor forget a tenth of the earning. I mean, yes, but some pastor, which is good, help the congregation because, I mean, they are a lodge. They lodge together into an organization and they work with each other. The tithe support the pastor, the tithe and offering, and at the times when the members need it, the pastor support back the members with the tithe and offering. Doing other things like church building, etc., etc. You see what I'm saying? But look here now. In the time of Egypt, the magicians in Egypt work privately. They still charge a fee. Them still take money from the citizens. Or if people come by from, you know, comes from another country in Egypt and they need spiritual work to be done. Spiritual work, it can be, you know, they have a certain sickness of the body that need medicine. And a lot of these medicine go with prayer and incantation. Prayer and incantation. The process. You see what I'm saying? Applying these medicines go with spells and hymns and chant. No. A lot of these spiritual people, the good ones that was in Jamaica, them die out. And you still have some good ones here. But you see, the main priority in this thing is that everybody just want to get rich. You know, overcharge the people them. You can do what you want to do. I don't have no control over that. That's not my problem. But we have to be lenient to help people who doesn't really understand. Because let me tell you sometime, you see what I'm saying? It's a religion, colonization, capitalism and slavery are one of the worst things that ever happened to a black man. To a black man. Now, when they look on us and tell us that Elohim means self-existing one. Elohim don't mean self-existing one. The word El mean God. Elohim is plural. A pantheon of Anunnaki. A pantheon. Many, dozens of the sky people, the Anunnaki came down. Dozens. Gods. That is why I do not believe in God. I believe in the gods. You see what I'm saying? Now back to the story. Now, when a magician, or the nickname where England gave the spiritual people, the Magi, the Obeah, you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. A lot of them today are abusing the power. They are not helping the people. The people have problems. You see what I'm saying? But God, He knows. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you just have to try if you are in a problem. Let me tell you something, you see? Sometimes the battery just want a little bit more power to crank the car to continue. The battery just want a little bit more power to crank the alternator to continue. Sometimes you're lifting some things, you just need an extra little help to boost you. Don't give up. Do not give up in life. You see what I'm saying? A lot of you out there, you have problems with jobs. Problem with your woman. Problem with your man. You have financial problem. You see what I'm saying? You have problem at work. You have problem when you're driving on the bus. You need a car and comfortable. You see what I'm saying? You have problems with your neighbor dog. All different kind of problem. But sometimes, just to be honest, ignorance. Many times we need to just build and just settle. Just smile. You see what I'm saying? Just in those problems, just come into atmosphere and find yourself. Go one side, find yourself, and be calm. It can work out. You know how much shall we make big house America and come back and live in it? You know how much people America buy them family a Jamaica car and buy them man and woman car out here, and when them come, them can't drive in it. So, what are we gonna do? Learn by our mistake. You know how much people are going into business and mention it to a best friend. And when they realize them lose the business, for some reason the best friend buy it out, go back at them and sign contract. There was a time in America when we did forget somewhere to rent. And my wife go lab my mouth and tell one of my best friend. You know what the best friend did? The best friend went behind our back. And then the best friend went and talked to the landlord. I don't know what he said to the landlord. But the landlord never did want to ever see us again. And the girl get the apartment. And I know sometimes the best way to keep a secret, tell it to no one. Many ways to hang a dog without put a rope around his neck. You see what I'm saying? If you are going through certain kind of problems, I may always say it, you know, have a lawyer. Let me tell you something. There are many ways to solve problems. The reason tonight why I start this video with power. You see, sometimes there are power that can be seen. Power which is unseen. You see what I'm saying? So, things is not always what it is. You don't follow nobody. You see, sometimes when you see a lot of accident, a lot of shooting, you see what I'm saying? A lot of destruction of gangsters, policemen, drivers. business people. There is a cause and effect. They did something. And you know what? It comes right around. Karma. Karma. What goes around comes around. Karma. 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 I tell you, I was working with some guys and them start dead off back in the day. Dead. It took me 5 years to understand why these guys had died. Because they went and did things. Them never get away. Them never get away. No. Them dead one by one. One. And I was wondering, we wasn't really best friend who me and them go do. Because me always a work all my life. Tailor work, weed grass, the mason, and me build me city them, upholstery work. Me work honest. But we just work on job site together. And the guys them started to dead. One by one. About 3 of them dead. And I was always wondering, my God, why Pum dead? Why Pam dead? You hear me? Why Paul dead? And couldn't understand. But you know what? Somebody who were close to the guys tell me the reason. Brothers and sisters, the humbler we go through life, you see? The humbler we go through life, it's easy. The humbler we take it sometime, that's what I'm saying? Yeah. The lower we go. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's different. Born on a different star, rule on a different signs. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, different strokes for different folks. You know, me have to laugh. Jano, me have to really laugh, you know. Jano, me have to laugh. You don't know why me laugh, you know, but me have to laugh. You know, me have to really laugh, you know. Me have to laugh. Yeah, man. Me have to laugh, man. Yeah, me have to laugh. Jaja. Me have to laugh. Yeah, man. Anyway. People out there really need help. Spiritual help. Financial help. But sometimes you gotta really stand up on your foot and work it out for yourself. You see, sometimes, you see when me in America, me no catch a man yard. Me no catch a boy yard, me no catch a girl yard. No. Everybody in life, and everybody in life want to help you. The help that they are giving you is not a pure help. It mix. So you have to know which help to accept. You see what I'm saying? Nobody now go abuse me. No. No. Verbally, sexually, no. Certain things, man, no, it's not gonna work with me. So me always know, say, look, you know, dip on your head up and your bop, you go drop off. Dip on your head up and your bop, you go drop off. See what I say? When you're up on your top, you drop off. Sometimes it is best for us to turn up on our 2 feet and fight it. You see what I'm saying? Fight it. You can overcome. Anyway, I want to leave this started you. Kind hearts are the garden. Kind thoughts are the root. Kind words are the flowers. Kind deeds are the fruit. Take care of your garden. Keep out the weed. Fill it up with sunshine, kind words, and kind deeds.